says you're going live, and you're live.
I am live.
But you don't want to reach your arms in front of you.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Look at what I got today. Oh, yeah. They had 40, and 50% off on stuff at Hobby Lobby. So Donny got this. Remember last week I was having colors run together and making mistakes and stuff? I was very disappointed in things last week. So I just... we had... we pretty much got this finished, except the sky doesn't make real sense.
The cloud.
The cloud. I mean, it almost turned into like all of a sudden we're looking down on these trees, and this is a lake, and this is a coastline, and these are mountains and snow in the distance. And I was like, nope, we've got to redo that. So we're going to work on. that. You know, and I am not coming with different colors. And then if they work out, you know, projecting them into the next, that's as far as I can go. Projecting them into the next thing. So as Joy works her way around behind me, somehow. Let's see. So I'm thinking either more clouds or less clouds or something. I really don't know. What do y'all think? I'm looking at my blues here, and none of them seem to me, in my eye, to be looking like the one that's up there. Bright blue. Bright blue's looking a little better. Bright blue. You see how that is? See how if I do that and I come down here and let's just do a little jig like that. See that? Doesn't that look like mountains now? and we're looking over a lake. I'm telling you, sometimes painting can be so interesting on what you can do while you're painting and what all of a sudden will appear in front of you as you do. It almost looks like that, doesn't it? I think that is, we're going to get rid of all the clouds. Let's just get rid of that because it's messing us up. Now, let's see if this is the color that'll pull us in. Or is it this color? Oh, no, not that one. How about this one then? Now, what that does, that helps. That helps. I don't know if you're seeing it, but I want to go darker. Bring in that darker color. Maybe something will happen that'll make sense. What's going on? We'll cover a little bit of snow. Now, let's see. We need some more dark. I've got some new colors. Got my snazzy little paint tray. I'm really happy with that. That's going to hold the paint, keep it away from where it's not supposed to be, and help me get my job done. And that's what we all need. get our job done. Okay, and this is our next canvas, by the way. And I got too much black on that brush, so I decided to wipe it off on that other canvas. Let's go with some more of that blue and some black. Okay. All right. I'm seeing those clouds now.
Hello, Smoky Mountain Man, Diane Phoenix, Redbird Farm, Brenda, Kimberly Chicken Ranch. Hello, hello. Thanks for hitting that thumbs up.
Oh, you want one of my phones too?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. So we're gonna bring down some hazy gray clouds. Some hazy gray clouds. Yeah.
Hey, Sooner Girl Travel.
Sooner. Later. I knew you would. Look at that. Bring that down right there. Yep. See, we've got that little haze, a couple of clouds with some white coming across. There they are. Yep. We've got to get rid of those points right there because it's looking like distant trees, distant. I've got to get rid of those. We want a rolling cloud, gray cloud. And then we're going to do this. We're going to touch that with some water. And we're going to pull that out right there. There we go. Come on. Oop, not enough white. Let's go ahead and get that again and pull that out.
It warmed up. Sooner Girl Travels asked if was it warming up in Tennessee. It warmed up a little bit.
Yep.
Compared to how it was.
We were in the 20s instead of the teens.
I mean, it was 3 degrees here. Our water froze. It's really still frozen, but Donny was able to fill the tank.
Yep, got the tank to work, and then the other one broke through too. So we have water now.
So we put in the campground cabin, and that it took so many hours to warm that up. Donny had to turn the stove on and leave it on, the gas stove, and the campground owner said it was okay if we did that. We could do it.
Yeah. Get that the heat to dominate the cold and push back. We literally had to push the cold. I mean, the cabinet doors were ice cold. Because it's been a week since it was rented. It's not their fault. They were just warming it up, and it hadn't been rented in a while. They're not going to waste a whole lot of energy keeping it warm, other than to keep the plumbing from.
Yeah, they want to keep the plumbing from.
Yeah, they want to keep the plumbing in. I think we're going to put a little break right here in the clouds.
Senator Travel said they went through some really cold days.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That kind of looks like a hazy, cloudy day with a little bit of white right at the bottom there to give it some brokenness. Yeah, I like that.
Sand because her pipes are still frozen.
Yeah, then even the campground is like, they're used to one day of cold and having it work out, but they're not used to a whole week of cold. They did not know what to do with that. Like, they usually can handle it.
Hi, Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Brenda Redbird Farm said, we dripped our faucets in the RV for days. Sometimes they sounded like they had ice in them, but they didn't freeze. Thank God. We finally got above freezing today.
You get the little ice pencils coming out the end. That's what I got today. I had ice pencils coming out of my poses. There we go. There's my snow.
My computer is buffering.
So we're just adding a little bit more snow to just blend everything in here and give us I'm thinking.
On New Year's, we have a special thing we're going to. We are going to Gatlinburg. That looks so much better with the. You took out that big white thing for the cloud.
Kind of added some dreary, snowy day clouds. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
And so we are hoping to live stream the fireworks from Gatlinburg and stuff. So on New Year's, that's our New Year's thing.
For all you stay-at-homers, but they still want to be with us in the family. Can you see what I'm doing on camera?
You're trying to sprinkle snow.
But you can see what I'm doing on camera, right? Everything's lined up. Oh. All right. I think that's what I want. Okay. So we're all set for that one. Now, before I start this one, I want to do my sky. Get organized. Let's see. And do black.
Travel said she went back to work today after 5 days off. It was hard to get back into the swing.
Were you off for weather or for holiday?
Okay. She might have been off for the weather too. I mean, as far as that.
Maybe even longer, yeah.
weather. She was off for the weather one of the days.
One of the days.
Yeah. See, you typed in the word weather, and then Nightbot shared out the weather. Weather for the location. Conditions are cloudy with a temperature of 28 degrees
Yeah,
or
that's
minus
10 degrees.
or -2 Celsius. The wind is blowing from south.
We're gonna- We'll put some blue in there. All right, we're going to let that dry. We're going to jump into our snowman brush. You know, it used to always bother me watching Bob Ross. He would make such a beautiful background, and then he would whack a tree right through the whole thing. And so when I look at this and I think, oh, I don't want to wreck that. How do I want to do this? You know,
It might be that you can watch your streaming something.
let me.
You need to be painting.
Turning off my Wi-Fi. And yeah, we had a hard time getting. Oh, it was so sad. We restarted several times yesterday on our live stream. Totally forgot.
Go ahead and paint.
What did you tell them then? All right, I think I just saw what I wanted to do. Okay.
I have to turn this off because they're buffering.
It shouldn't be a problem. Right?
You can't stream.
It's just.
No.
I'm telling you, it's still going to buffer then, because that's never been a problem before.
All right, just go ahead and paint. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll get rid of the buffering. Donny had several things connected to the internet.
Yeah, only one.
And no, you had 2 phones.
All right, I turned the 2 phones off.
And that tablet.
I like my tablet. It's very, very good for me.
So hopefully.
Yeah, those are correct.
Cynthia said there was buffering for her, and so was Brenda, and it was buffering for me. Now it's better.
Okay.
So.
We know that Jesus to a little town called Bethlehem.
Cynthia said she likes how you do the circles with snowmen.
Yeah, me too. I feel lucky sometimes. In a state far away, a sleeping swamp on the hay. So we're going to do just a little shadowing here. It's acrylic tonight, so it dries pretty quick. Gives us our contrast.
Cynthia said, "How did the meal go for Christmas?" We went to the campground Christmas dinner, and they did invite the whole campground. We didn't know that they were going to do that. We don't always do that, I don't think, but they did invite the whole campground. But the whole campground did not come. Only, some of them came.
They're just not convinced. Yeah, they weren't.
Some of them came. And I vlogged it, so that'll come out. Okay, Brenda Redbird said she had to leave, go out, and come back in.
Don't worry, we didn't even notice.
We have Donny has had to do that on my live streams when we've been out and about live streaming, and I had to say, go out and come back in, because he gets way behind. And then he'll say, "Oh, you look good." And I go, "No, you're behind."
Well, it freezes up, or it's hitting the loop.
Go out and check back in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's quite the challenge, live streaming from Gatlinburg.
Yeah, we feel real blessed to have the reception we do compared to other people.
And sometimes I can walk around and I have pretty good reception, and then I'll hit a certain spot and it'll like drop.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes it's where there's more people in that location. And so many people now, just even if they're not YouTubers or something, they will post videos, they'll upload videos or something, or stream videos onto Facebook or something like that. So,
right out the window of their car.
So they are using a lot of self-service at the same time that we're trying to live stream. So it has made it more of a challenge.
More.
We enjoy going to Gatlinburg. People enjoy seeing Gatlinburg, so we do that often. We're going to go back to Dollywood maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow.
We'll probably go to Dollywood tomorrow. We got with a path
Food pass. Yeah.
Food pass.
Holiday, whatever.
Pass. So we kind of like to go use it tomorrow. I'll show you.
Yeah.
It's on this tasting pass. Somebody blessed us with this. So we get to try 5 different food things. That was a nice, like last minute Christmas present kind of for us, you know. Hi, camping therapy.
How's everything over in Irwin?
Okay, Doreen, she sent me a thing. She's trying to figure out when she's coming over to this area. And then,
Mm-hmm. We know that Jesus came on it to a little town called Bethlehem, within a stable in a manger, far away out of the bay. You know, I'd like to put a third snowman in here and call it the 3 Wise Snowmen. Put robes and crowns on them, you know. The 3 Wise Snowmen.
okay, so we had that giveaway thing for the holidays. So this was we had sent out the paintings that we had done and to thank the 7 channels that joined us in our collaboration. So this was, let's see if we can see it. This was if you can see that or not. One of the paintings that Donny had done. Might be a little too glary or something like that. This was for Gail Southern Living. I don't know if it's too glared. I can do it on this. Might be just too glared.
I just have to write it.
And then she put it on display.
She was very honoring. She honored me greatly. I was so happy.
She put it on display with her collection of snowmen. Right there. Yeah. So that's Donny's painting, and she'll be setting it up every year with her snowman. Doesn't that look cute? That's the only one that we had seen where they had showed that they had gotten their painting so far. Now, the people who got the bigger paintings, we have not sent those bigger paintings out yet. Donny had looked all over for the little bubble wrap things to mail them in, and he could not find any. He only found the small ones for like the size that we had sent to the channels that were in. but the
Yep.
the larger paintings he could not find any bubble wrap at all. He finally found like a kind of like
waterproof
like a
wrapping.
real thin plastic mailing thing, but it didn't have any kind
No
of bubble wrap
bubble,
or any kind
no
of
insulation or anything.
protection
Mhm.
or whatever. So he said he's going to have to wrap the paintings in something or put cardboard around them.
Yeah,
or do
we're going to do
something,
cardboard.
and then put that plastic thing over it and mail.
Yeah.
So
Something like that.
let's see. Brenda had said that's cool. The camping therapy said looks like bumper to bumper traffic. Probably get worse because it'll be New Year's. We're going to have to go there really early and find parking and just be there for a day, probably, in order to, be where we want to be, sharing the fireworks out.
Yeah, for the event.
Yeah, traffic is always something. Diane said, absolutely.
We don't seem to mind it because we're called to come here. We just don't seem to have. Doesn't really bother me, When you're where you're supposed to be, it's like traffic doesn't bother you as much, because you're supposed to be there.
We might have to actually buy just some bubble wrap or something, and then wrap it around the painting, tape it, or Donnie was thinking about doing cardboard or something, and then stick it inside that mailer, because I don't know if they just were bought out and they didn't have them here or what.
There was not an empty slot on the shelf.
He could not find any larger bubble wrap.
Of course, I didn't go to an actual shipping store like UPS or anything. They probably have it.
Now, he was trying to be economical. We were trying we were just trying to be economical and use pirate shipping and go to Walmart and buy the bubble wrap things, because if you go to the Office Depot or one of those office stores, those are extremely expensive for stuff like that.
Yeah, they've got too many people to pay, so they make you pay more because they've got all their constituents. Well, I'm liking that. That's coming out just fine. So we got a little dark tree behind them. Okay, gives a little front contrast. We're gonna get just a little bit of shadow on that tree right there and there and there, just to show that tree just a little more. There we go. Okay, but he's too wet now to do anything else with. So we're going to switch gears. Wonder if we could do some trees with this leftover paint here. That would mess things up. Really small. Oh, that looks good.
Hey, did anybody enjoy Christmas movies during the holiday season here?
Somebody around here did.
I don't have cable or anything like that. All we have is
internet.
Streaming internet. So when we went over to the campground cabin, each one, when we stayed at Thanksgiving, there were, I think I watched some Hallmark movies maybe, but then I found some other channel. I watched some movies, some holiday movies, on Thanksgiving. But then when we came over here to this Red Top cabin, there was Netflix on there, and we don't have Netflix, but so I just went in and looked for holiday movies, and I just watched quite a few holiday movies that I had never seen. So that was enjoyable. Camping Therapy said she's watching Hallmark and you painting at the same time.
Well, there's a good combination.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of my paintings would make a good Hallmark card. Okay. All right.
We try to use we do try to use our boxes when we get packages and stuff like that or something. We try to use them if we ship something out to someone instead of buying boxes.
Okay.
Diane said she's thankful that none of her pipes burst. Camping Therapy said she saves bubble wrap from Amazon. I do too. If I get bubble wrap, I save it. And honestly, sometimes I use bubble wrap that I get wrapped around something from Amazon or something, and I will use it to wrap up a Christmas ornament or something that's a little more delicate. One of our friends had sent us a Christmas package, and in the Christmas package, she had 2 mugs in there, and she sent hot chocolate and things like that. Well, she wrapped the mugs in paper, but she put them together, and they were both broken when they arrived. So you just have to swallow some dust. I have an allergy to dust. Dust. They were broken, but Donny decided he would save the pieces. And one of these days he's going to put together, because I had saved pieces of broken pottery and things like that.
And plates.
And then
dinner plates.
Then sometime we will put the pieces together and have kind of like a mosaic thing of like maybe a coffee table or a side table or something with mosaic pieces of broken pottery and things like that. Diane said she had a friend in Texas that had a broken, bursted drain pipe in Texas. Texas can get colder than you think. They can really get some frigid temperatures at times in the winter. I've even seen our friend Melanie from Simply Southern. She has had in South Texas. She's from South Texas. She had frigid cold weather. I think it was last year, and lost a lot of her plants. Now it's back. The connection was unstable for a second there.
Lipsania.
Thanks for joining us.
What the heck happened there? I'm mixing my paint together even when I don't want to. And I even got all my little separate little dishes, and I accidentally touched it on something. I don't know. So we are working on 2 snowmen. And somebody said something to me the other day, and that was she liked her paintings a lot. So I thought this time I would have one looking at the. I'm trying to get a. But I'm not doing too good. Maybe that's why I've never had a snowman look at the camera, because I don't know how to draw his face. This is not going real good here. We're just going to have to blank that into that, right? Something like that. And then I take my brown, my white, and my black, and he's gonna. I gotta do the other snowman first. Okay, so we've got this snowman. It's gonna be pointing this way. There we go. That looks really good. Let's give him a little bit of a shoulder and root right there. Give him a little bit of a dark shadow right there.
Hello to Kathy at My Alabama Farm.
There you go.
I'll tell you, I have blocked a few people in the comments on Joy Blessed Life because, I'm high functioning autistic, and I do have a sensitivity when it comes to people that bully or try to manipulate you or something like that. And I have had at different times, but here lately, a couple of times, people that tried to leave a comment that are trying to silence my voice, silence me, and tell me not to talk. And Donny said, but you have a lot of videos that are no talking at all. And I said, absolutely, I have all these ASMR videos that are just nature sounds, or they might be peaceful music or something, and they're no talking at all. On a lot of my videos are like that. I would like to put those out for people who just want to see the beauty of the Smokies. or even Christmas videos that have just Christmas music in the background and no talking. For people who enjoy that, I personally enjoy it. So I put out videos like that. But when it comes to my live streams, when people get in the comments and start to tell me not to talk, um, to me, that's manipulation and bullying for someone to tell you that, because they want you to perform the way they want you to perform and not the way God made you. You know, I don't overly talk in my live streams. I'm not like a regular vlogger. I don't like overly share myself on the camera or anything like that. But I do sometimes I'll walk around and not say anything for a little while, and then I'll say something.
Depending on what's going on.
Yeah, I'll share Dollywood or Gatlinburg or whatever. But when I feel led to say something, it's it's a live stream. I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna share something. So I just talked to a few people here lately that were basically in the comments. They were trying to silence me and say this, things and stuff, and just like they just don't want you to talk. And it's like um, it's a live stream. You talk on a live stream.
It's a live stream. It's a rental.
It is rude, Diane. It is rude. And Evelyn said, I agree with you 100%, Joy. It's just, one of the things I do is I try to be an encourager, and I try to be someone who helps other people. Like, if I have a friend and they have a channel, I might give them some suggestions of some things. If they're I have friends sometimes they're like, they'll say, I don't know what to do. I might make some suggestions to them, like, oh, you could do this, or you could do that. But I'm not rude to them or anything. And if they don't want to take my suggestion, that's totally fine too. But I try to help. That's what I do. Is I try to be supportive and help other people. By just maybe giving them a suggestion. But I don't criticize. I don't get in there and say, well, this would be better if you did it this way. Or something. Diane said there's been a lot of rude people around lately over on Ron Darrell channel. She said we banned 28 during one live stream.
Yeah. My goodness. 28.
Yeah, Sandy, there are billions of channels out there and stuff like that. And, we have a friend. He's a new friend. We haven't known him a long time. We met him at the chili cook-off. His name is Sean. His channel is the Gatlinburg Husky. His name is Sean. His last name is Husky. He told me, he said it on his live streams too. It's public information. He was born with a speech impediment, so he talks a little different than normal, and he grew up hating his last name, and so so he named his channel, with he lives in Gatlinburg and with his last name. So he named his channel the Gatlinburg Husky. So he just embraced who he is. He does live streams or he does videos and he does talk with a speech impediment, and so it just, for me, if someone was to go in there and criticize him or something like that, that person would be very low, in their humanity to do that, to be mean. to someone like him. And I think he said that I think he said that they weren't like he wasn't expected to even be here on the earth or something. And so but look at him. I mean, he's got a YouTube channel. He's growing and things like that. I admire him for getting out there, and doing something. Cynthia said that, there are people out there that try to silence you when you lift up Jesus, and maybe that's what they were trying to do or something, because we do say we love you, but we love you more. We try to lift up Jesus. We do.
It's a good thing I can't hear everybody's comments, because I think some people would be going, "Oh, he just messed that up."
Oh, well, they were commenting on what I was saying, but they're enjoying your pain.
Yep, I'm in the background here. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you enjoying this. Believe me, this has always been, something a dream come true for me.
Diane said she loves the moment. They're enjoying watching you paint as I'm talking. But I just yeah, Jesus, wants us to walk in love and stuff. But there's also a line with when it comes to if you feel there's abuse or something like that, you don't have to deal with abuse. And here's one of the things that I determined, because I've dealt with a lot of people over the years, even before I knew I was high functioning autistic. I dealt with people over the years that were abusive and stuff, and it was actually the dean of the Bible school that I went to, and he said, "You don't have to take abuse. Jesus did not require you to take abuse."
He took it.
And stuff like to just live it. Now he did say turn the other cheek. He did say turn the other cheek, and things like that, and to forgive. And that's the thing. You do forgive, but it doesn't mean you have to keep someone around you that is being abusive. You don't have to keep them around you if they're being abusive.
Yep. Unless you love them and you're married to them.
Yeah.
And that makes me a lucky guy.
Camping therapy said sometimes I just say thanks for watching, and she said sometimes I have done the same thing too. So there have been times when I just said thanks for watching, and there have been times when I just, now here's the thing: if you're blocking someone, they can still watch your videos. If they enjoy watching it, they can still watch your videos. Cynthia said she's buffering. I'm doing good. Yes, camping therapy said she learned in a boundaries class that you have to forgive them for shutting your hand at the door, but you don't have to put your hand back there and allow them to do it again. And that's very true, and that's the thing is you have to understand where you are in the situation, because for me sometimes I feel like it's it's not necessary for me to have to allow somebody to comment again if they're going to be um, mean and rude. You know, they can watch what they want, but
when you tell them that, when you reread the comment,
yeah,
you feel the same emotion.
Because sometimes if I was to go back as an autistic person, if I was to go back over that mean comment, and every time somebody else commented on the video, and then I was to look to see if I had, responded to all the comments there, and if I was to reread that person's comment over and over again, sometimes it would be like, it might just steal my emotions or something, So I don't really have to do that. I don't have to do that. I don't have to leave that there, because some of those comments do seem like a bully. They do seem like a bully. So that's when it's like, if it feels like a bully type of a comment to me, then my thought is, if they would leave a comment like that to me, will they leave a comment like that then to one of our friends, who you all are our friends? Will they come in and, make nasty comments and just get in my chat? I have seen that happen too in the past. I have seen where people in the comments of videos, they'll just argue back and forth. And that, I don't like that either. I don't like to see people argue back and forth. Now, they don't do that in my comments, but I have seen it before in the past, when I commented on somebody's, and then somebody else would come in and comment on my comment and argue and go back and forth. And I just think, sometimes I just think it's not worth it to try to talk to some people if they have a closed mind. I would rather, honestly, keep ministering the gospel and keep ministering love and stuff like that. And if they want to watch, they can watch, and they can hear it. They can hear it without being able to come in and bully their comments, because some people, that's all they want, is the attention of having that comment out there. So if you take their ability to leave that there, where they can still hear you, but they can't come in and bother and debate, other
Pride.
people or anything like that.
Yep, in their pride.
So come out, man, said amen.
Yeah, if anybody
Diane
knows.
said criticism is fine, but not rudeness. Yeah, and it sometimes,
All right. We just had to let that one dry, so we're picking on something else while we're letting that dry. All right. We got to make something happen here. And you got to have a dry canvas to do it.
hi, Shar. Camping Therapy said that she had someone in her comments that was a vintage camper restorer person, and she said he would criticize people's vintage campers when she would share them, because her channel is about vintage campers and she shares them out, and there are so many cool campers that she shares out. And she told him that she shares the camper. She doesn't tell them how to build their camper. And and she's not there to make people feel bad about their vintage camper and stuff like that. But she said who has common sense.
Mm.
Smoky Mountain Man said, I know from experience some people can be very rude or hurtful in their comments. I learned to just pray for them and give them to the Lord. It's hard, but we need to just let them go. Yeah. But like I said, sometimes it's sometimes I have said to people, thanks for watching. And then other times I just, remove the comment or something because I don't need to keep reading that comment. I already saw it. I don't need to keep reading the comment, you know. It depends on the way they say their comment and stuff like that, of whether I feel like it's kind of a bully comment. If I feel like it's a bully type, manipulative type comment, then I might block them at that point because you're welcome to watch. But I have friends that have been bullied by people in comments, and we love those friends very, very much. And so, I don't need people to come over and start to try to do that to people in my comments, because I have some of the same viewers as our friends do. And I don't need those bullies to come over because those bullies do try to bully people that love our friends channel as well. And I don't like to tolerate bullying. Smoky Mountain Man said you don't need the negativity. You know what? Diane said we rarely have issues in, she rarely sees issues in the comments other than the little bots. And so my Alabama farm life said boys need love too. Yeah, and I have loved on people that are bullies, but it just depends on the thing of whether I'm going to leave them in the comments or not, and just say, thanks for watching. But there's other times when I didn't. But here's the thing with the bots. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I think YouTube finally did something in their system to help to take out some of the nasty bots, because I haven't seen them as much. And when, like a couple of weeks ago, it seems like when I did see one of those bot things pop up, it immediately disappeared, as if YouTube had put something out there to help remove them. I don't know if they did or not. It was different a few weeks ago. Something happened. Yeah, Smoky Mountain Man said, I really appreciate, Joy, that you care so much for us and your friends to protect us from hurtful and bullying comments. And that's part of it right there, what he's talking about, because, like I said, some of these people that get in the comments and do leave a bully comment, they're over there on our friends channel, and they want to bully the viewers too, and not just the friends. They want to bully the viewers, and they want to bully the moderators. and things like that too. Because if they get offended, you know, they want to get in there and bully everyone. Sometimes that's happening. Uh, and so I just feel like for me, part of the thing is not just about me personally, but it's also for I've had a few friends that have reached out to me that were bullied because they were wrenches, you know, um, on our friends channel. They did nothing. They did nothing.
Nothing.
And or maybe they're just
Did
they
nothing.
did nothing to the person who decided to talk to them. And it hurt them, you know, it hurt them. So sometimes I'll just block a bully just so that they don't, you know, come bully my chat, my friends, because I consider everyone who watches us our friends. Diane said the past couple of days it's been better. They haven't seen as much of the bots. Smoky Mountain Man loves the snowman painting.
Thank you, Smokey.
And you know, wrench, we appreciate the people who have a wrench because when sometimes our internet will buffer and I won't be able to see the comments, even if we're here. And sometimes, especially if I'm out and about and I'm walking around, I can't see the comments sometimes. They just go by real fast. And so the wrenches are so important at that point. Smoky Mountain Man said the star looks like a cross to him.
Yep. Trying to do like a Star of David. And that if a snowman can notice it. Wise snowman. Snowwise. Snowwise man.
Camping Therapy said it does look like a cross.
Good.
Diane said, "Have you watched the Shepherd by The Chosen?" I don't know if we watched that one or not.
We don't.
Well, you can see behind the scenes stuff on YouTube with that. I don't know if you can see the whole series on there or not. Cynthia said the one snowman looks like he's praying to God.
Yeah, he's pointing at the star.
One is pointing at the star, but what's the other one doing? Behind the tree one.
Yeah, the behind the tree one is actually looking towards me. I just haven't been able to get his eyes right yet. I'm trying to put some eyes on them, but they keep going wrong, so I'm wiping them out, trying over again.
Diane, The Shepherd by The Chosen is a beautiful nativity story from a shepherd's point of view. She said she cries every time she watches it.
Yeah, Psalm 23 has that shepherd's point of view.
Smoky Mountain Man said the Chosen is a wonderful series, Diane. Cynthia said she downloaded the app on her phone so that she can watch The Chosen. Cameron Therapy wants to know when everybody puts their Christmas decorations away. Diane said every episode of The Chosen requires tissues. Mhm. Diane said, Cynthia, she hopes you enjoy The Chosen as much as she has. Smoky Mountain Man said, Joy thanks for the tour around Gatlinburg last night. In the Smoky Mountains, we have Smoky Mountains Christmas. So that's one thing I love about it is it starts in November and it goes all the way through until February. But because we have such limited space here, and Donnie's been painting these snowman paintings and stuff, I told him just paint some more snowman paintings. And I thought instead of keeping up just a little bit of Christmas decorations, because when we went over there to the cabin, we put up the Christmas decorations, just a little bit of our Christmas decorations. We put them out on our live stream when Donnie was baking and cooking over there on Christmas Eve, and then I was setting up some decorations, just a little, just a fraction of what we had. And but we decided to put those away today because I told him we have such limited space here in the RV. I said I would rather honestly set out his winter painting with the snowman in them for us to look at right now. Instead of having the Christmas decorations out for another month, I'd rather just look at those, making some more snowman paintings and just be able to look at those. Camping Therapy said, I may put things away this week. I usually do after New Year's. She said I might not put up a tree next year. Oh, okay. Cynthia said the app that has The Chosen on it is called Angel Studios. Shar said that she keeps her decorations up until January 5th. And she puts them away. Smoky Mountain Man said, we have a real Christmas tree and it's very dry, so we need to take it down this week. Diane said there's also an app that's called The Chosen. Smoky Mountain Man said when he was a kid with his dad, his dad was a pastor. They kept up their Christmas decorations until after Epiphany, which isn't that January 6th or something like that? Is that what? Diane says she has both of the apps. The let me see, the Chosen app and that Cynthia was talking about called Angel Studios. Look at Man has the Chosen app.
Okay.
Diane said there's a lot of behind the scenes content on the app called the Chosen app. If they do behind the scenes stuff. So if you want the behind the scenes, it would be on the Chosen app. If you want just to watch the Chosen, it would be on the Angel Studios. Donny is using acrylics tonight. The reason is because we have such limited space here that we ran out of room to set the painting. The oil painting was taking such a long time to dry, and being that we're in the winter, he didn't have anywhere to set the oil paintings to dry. So he put the oils away temporarily, so that he can get these to dry, because we were wanting to send them out, as blessings. Char wants to know if you liked being in the Coast Guard, Donny.
When it was over, I was real happy. Yes, I like being in the Coast Guard. I wanted to be part of something that was saving people's lives. I dedicated my life to the other people. Because, you train for years for that one moment when, you save someone's life and you don't lose your own. And I went through a couple of shipboard fires, a couple of rescues, and saving a few lives. I was a part of a couple of rescues where someone's life was saved. Not as much as I'd hoped, but yeah, I made it in there, and I got to be a part of something big like that, and that was important to me, to be part of something big. Very important. Now I'm taking my brush and I'm putting a green on it, and then I'm putting just touching it in the gold, and then bringing it down so that it puts a little bit more color in here.
Diane said that on the there's a round table where they review the episodes before that it is filmed to ensure that they have biblical accuracy in Chosen. Smoke Mountain Man said, "I know that the winners will appreciate and be blessed by the painting." Yeah, and it's nice to have something like that to put out. It was our way of thanking our viewers and thanking the people who collaborated with us in order to be a blessing to their community. Joined our collab.
They valued us, and we wanted to respond.
Diane said the clerics who look for the biblical accuracy of the Chosen, rabbis, priests, and evangelical scholars.
All right.
Laura said, thank you for your service, Donny.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. I got out. I was in the service till 1991. I never heard that until
Keep painting.
the president really pushed it.
He's got to learn how to paint and talk at the same time.
I can paint and talk at the same time. Maybe I just don't want to.
Well, you have
Take a moment to.
You have a time frame, and you're already over it. So
Okay. Time to let somebody else talk. Because I haven't been talking much anyway.
no, I'm talking about the time of your life.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was talking about you. All right. You know, I'm not going to put any snow on this tree. I think I'll put some dirty snow around here on the ground.
Sandy also said thank you for your service.
Lisa. Our Lisa?
Sandy.
Oh, Sandy. Mm-hmm. My pleasure. Yeah, I enjoyed the Coast Guard. I was a cook on an icebreaker that went around the world. I've been to Antarctica and Greenland and Iceland and Fiji and American Samoa. And I've also been on a 110 out of Miami, so I got to see all of the islands around Bahamas and do some really good fishing and snorkeling, and enjoyed it. And I had small crew that I was the only cook on board, so I took care of them like they were my boys. And I clipped coupons and saved money and served them lobster and steak. I took real good care of them. It was my pleasure. I'm trying to fix something right here. That
Smoky Mountain Man said he has a nephew who is in the Coast Guard. He's in the highest petty officer that you can be in ranking.
Oh,
Chief Petty Officer, he thinks.
He's a chief, yeah.
Diane shared the episode that is The Shepherd, A Story of the First Christmas. She shared the link to that. So if somebody watches back in the replay, you can open up the chat, click on that episode, and watch it. It was nice and cozy in that little campground cabin, y'all. It was hard to leave it.
He even gave us. They couldn't plug in an electric heater. Well, it was 3 degrees. So the owner of the campground said, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to run an extension cord from that man's trailer to this cabin in order to give him heat." And we were like, "Okay, that's fine." But we didn't realize that by letting that electricity be borrowed, that by borrowing that electricity from the cabin we were in, we couldn't cook. And I couldn't have the heaters on that we needed to beat back the 3 degrees. And these cabins are meant for, cold weather, but not 3 degrees. And so we had to kind of, so we gave up the thing and said, we wanted to help. This is not about us having a Christmas all of a sudden. Now, all of a sudden, it's about helping people survive. Everybody went from the holiday spirit to survival spirit. We had to be part of that, and say, you know what, it's more important for him to have that, electricity than for us to, so we couldn't have a breaker. the breakers were tripping. So the owner of the campground, you know what he did? He came to me and he says, "Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. The other person that's in the third cabin, the one that was just right." That's why I called it Goldilocks in the three cabins. He brought me the key and dropped it in my hand and said, "Here you go. The people that were coming to this cabin canceled because of the power out, and I want you to go ahead and have it." So we got to have the best time and the best cabin and everything.
It had a bathtub, so
and it had the bathtub.
I got to enjoy, instead of just a shower, I got to enjoy that it had a bathtub, and it was, I think it was a little bit smaller than the other cabin, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit smaller than cabin we had at Thanksgiving. But remember, the Thanksgiving cabin that we shared out, that is the cabin that is going to be in the giveaway when Joy Bless Life channel hits over 2,500 subscribers. The campground owner is giving away a 2-night stay, which means 3 days in the Smoky Mountains and 2 nights. It's fully contained. It's got a bathroom, a kitchen,
good size, big shower,
and a bedroom. And it's got a loft. When it comes with it has children or something, or if there were siblings that came, or
visitor for the day,
or if you had if it was friends that came together, there's a loft, and there's also a couch that maybe folds out into a sleeping area too. So there's lots of room for however you want to work it. But if you go to a lot of other campground cabins in the area, some of them just have a one room where it's like a bedroom, and maybe it has a couple of chairs in there or something, but there's no kitchen and no bathroom. And in them, they have to go to a communal bathroom, which our friend Shannon had to do that. She had to go to a communal bathroom. It was 9 degrees, and she had to walk outside to go use the bathroom and take a shower and everything, and then come back. 9 degrees and snow. These have their own bathroom and one kitchen. So if somebody needed to be economical, they could bring their own groceries. They could cook in their cabin, and they could go out and see a show, or they could go out and go to Anarchista, or whatever they want to do, they could go and do, and then come back to their cabin. If they wanted to make a picnic lunch and take it with them and go to the national park, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Case Cove, they could go there and park their car and see if they see bears or something, while they're having a picnic lunch. So it's very versatile in these cabins of whatever you need it for and stuff. So it's a family friendly, very quiet campground. It's not a party ground or anything like that. It's very quiet.
Very, very quiet.
That's going to be a giveaway after Joy Bless Life hits 2,500 subscribers. So.
Yep. And the runner-up gets a painting.
Hi, Suzanne.
Oh, Susanna, won't you have me? Come from Alabama, where on my knee. All right, we are trying to fix up these snowmen. And hey, everybody! The first snowman says, "Hey, everybody, look!" And the second man says, "Boy, no, look at that!" And the one's pointing at us and the other one's pointing at the star. I think that's beautiful. I am very happy with that. I just need to get a little piece of a shamrock on there. That on his right there, and put a nice big one right there. And then we got to keep rolling with these brushes because they dry quick. Oh, Susanna. We need to put on a red stripe on the hat. Red stripe on the hat. I recommend soft brushes, firmer brushes for oil, softer brushes for acrylic.
Shar said, I could tell you knew your way around the kitchen from watching you cook the other night, Donny.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed myself.
He really enjoyed it. He said afterwards that he thought that was so much fun. That he could be cooking and I was sharing some of my decorations.
We both had something good to do. One of us wasn't waiting for the other person. We were tag teaming. That was such a great tag team. Both got to participate. Both got to put something out there. And we just went back and forth and back and forth. Well, that's awesome. Who gets to do that? What a team. That's outstanding.
Who ate too much over the holidays? I probably ate too much since.
You started well before that.
Yeah, definitely.
We've been enjoying all of December.
and leading up.
Yeah.
They had all those nice fall treats. Cynthia said, not me. She didn't eat too much.
We had chocolate cake among us. That is great.
Oh yeah, that old thing. That old comedy routine. Dad is great. Give me chocolate cake.
You got the chocolate cake. Sweet. We're coming up on the end of this one. For those of you that have to hurry along, there's not much else to happen here except I've got to fix the hat. And
Diane said she managed to avoid sweets. We could not avoid sweets.
What?
They had at this campground, every time they have a dinner, they always have a lot of all kinds of sweet things, all kinds of cakes and pies and candies and cookies, and someone even made like a chocolate chip cookie with marshmallows in it, which was unique and different. I didn't have much of that. I just had they were huge cookies, and then they cut them into like either halves or quarter pieces. I just had 1/4 of it, but even the quarter of it was about the size of a cookie. It was about the size of a smaller cookie itself.
Yep.
It was good. It was different. Smoky Mountains, come now, let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be white as snow. Diane said, dealing with diabetes, sweets are dangerous. Yep. I don't know if people know this that deal with diabetes or not, but I saw where if you avoid grains, as a person that deals with diabetes, if you avoid grains, including corn is a grain. Corn is not a vegetable. It is actually a grain, if you avoid all grains, meaning all kinds of wheat and every kind of thing like that, and avoid corn and anything with corn in it, you can turn around the diabetes situation.
The diabolical.
So that you do not have the risk, you know. Yeah, Diane says grains are treated as sugar to your body. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that also applies to people with C, and I don't mean COV. I mean, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the
Starving it.
the C disease out there. If those people that deal with that can avoid all grains, I have seen testimonies where they can turn that situation around too and reverse it if they stop eating grains, because sugar makes that the C grow in your body. So if they can avoid anything with sugar, that I've seen testimonies where people have reversed it. Smoky Mountain Man said he has dealt with diabetic issues too, and his weakness is ice cream and cookies. That's Donny's thing, ice cream and cookies.
In moderation.
Diane says ice cream is a weakness for her, so she buys prepackaged treats in single servings. So then she'll only have
6.
one.
Oh.
And then I guess
I've tried that too, and I ended up eating all 6 cups.
When she wants to have it.
Yeah. I buy those 6 boxes and eat the whole box.
But see, what you can do if you buy something in single servings like that is you can have one, and then you can put the other one away so that you don't see it. And then every now and then you could just go get one out and then have that every now and then. Diane said, I allow myself one. Char said that information is good to know. Did you add a little snow to that Christmas tree?
No, I haven't. Have not added any snow to that. I'm having a hard time doing snow. I'm just
said he gets the mini contact bars and only eats one maybe every 3 days.
I'll go on vacation with him because he won't eat my stuff. All right.
If you put snow on that tree, just lightly, just lightly, not too much.
Yeah, I don't trust myself. But you know what? I do have.
Because that's what the person said that I was watching a lady who teaches painting, and she said the issue is having too much paint on your brush.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. There is a trick to how much paint, and
Diane
if there's extra water and the right brush. I mean, I can try, but that doesn't mean, if I hold the brush a certain way, or I do it this way or turn the brush this Parkway. All of those things matter, and it's difficult to make all those things come together with the final product.
Diane said she's on a dreamsicle kick lately. Smoky Mountain Man said, unless you come here to see me, Donny, I will take you to an ice cream place somewhere, and they serve you in a dog dish. It's huge. Frequently may come in. Hi, Nisi. Cynthia's has not been feeling good, and she's going to go rest. She said, "Good night, everyone. I need to get Carlos moving to bed."
Doing just a minimal is a hard thing for me. I tend to max things out a bit too much, and so I've got an issue with that. I understand. So I'm trying to keep just a light little frosting of snow.
One of these days we'll have a craft room, and I will do something.
Okay. All right. That's a ta-da. Ta-da.
Finished it. It's cute.
Cute.
So he can do the camera.
I'm pretty much done with it. I've signed it. It's ready.
You got 1 hour and 44 minutes.
Yeah.
He can do the rest. He can do some more painting, because we do have some more painting we want out there. And
We want to go see Mac and Patty.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. I so appreciate you showing up to watch. This is something for me. I've only been doing it for a year and a half. Never knew I could. I've always wanted to do something that was special. We all do. But we have to be brave enough to explore it and try it. And I thank the Lord for encouraging me. And my wife encouraged me, and people encouraged me, and some people even buying a painting. And so thank you so much.
That was, thank you to the
People all
bought his painting.
Yeah. Wow.
Now that doesn't take very long to dry because it's not
Yep.
oils. If he was doing oils, it would probably take weeks to dry.
2 to 3.
And we don't have the room
Mm-hmm.
to let.
We don't have a dry area.
We don't have the space in here right now, especially in the winter time when it's, takes longer. Oil.
It takes longer to dry. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for
Okay.
sharing that out. Smoky Mountain Man, the gospel. That's Teen Jesus Ministries channel. So Saturday night on New Year's Eve, we will be in Gatlinburg, hopefully sharing out New Year's from Gatlinburg and the fireworks and what have you. So hopefully we'll be sharing that out on Joy Blessed Life channel. So if you want to tune in and see New Year's Gatlinburg, come join us.
It's gonna be cool.
Shara says, "Good night."
Good night, all.
Says, "Love it, love the painting."
Thanks.
So again, thank you for joining us.
Remember, we love you. but Jesus loves you more.
Have a blessed night.
Good night, good night, good night.